Hello, Adron here, your host here on Thrashing Code, and it is time for another reaction video. Today I'm going to check out Rivers of Nihil. Rivers of Nihil. This is called Criminals. We're going to see what this band is about. Surprisingly, I have heard of this band a billion times, probably heard some of their songs, but I've never sat down and actually really just listened to one of their songs. So this is going to be a first of a first. And with that, once again, song is Criminals. The band is Rivers of Nihil. Here we go. Interesting, it's got like a prodding feel to it, even though it's a little blast beaty. But it's more like a chuggy, prodding. And it's still on that same, like, repeat of notes. It's just iterated on that. There we go. Let's change that. Nice environment. There's that that recurring theme. I like that. I like how they. Okay, I do like this. How they've taken that theme and they're iterating the hell out of it. And I like what the bass has been doing in this second part of the song. It's really stepped up and started putting some alterations into it. So he's playing a shreddy solo with cops in a gun room. This is a surreal video. It's a gun room, y'all. Gun room. With a cop with a shotgun and he's shredding. Nice. Okay, yeah, I can follow that. It's interesting to hear. I think I'm seeing the messaging, y'all. Just look at what you've done. Yeah, just look at what you've done. And Big Brother. Interesting, very interesting. Not going to have a verdict yet. I'm going to talk about the positives and then the negatives. So the positives, that was some actual interesting, different music. Like, that was not your standard just go at it type of metal. It was definitely undisputably metal. No question about them and their musical repertoire, knowing they got some chops. So that's cool. So it started out on that repetition, and it built on the repetition. It's almost like they had one of those machines, you play one thing and then it just repeats it and you loop it. You looper, right? And then you start to iterate on that and then iterate on that and then iterate on that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I mean, a lot of classical music's written the same way, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. So if you know about music theory, then that's, how that unfolds. And it's very cool to see a guitar heavy band like this riff like that. I've been bitching about that lately even. Like, where are the bands that actually write riffs? Oh, here we go. Rivers of Nihil, they write riffs. That's cool. So in that sense, that's some very good parts to this song. I liked the bass also, especially in the later part of the song, like the later 2/3, 3/4 of the song. The bass player really started to step in there with some interesting progressions and chords, stuff like that, and like lay down some real interesting patterns around the cacophonic parts of the song. So that was really cool. Overall, love the drums too. Drums, guitar, bass, loved it. Solid path. The little bit of negatives. Right now, I can already say, no big negative there. No big negatives at all. Not particularly my preferred vocal styling, but he holds it down. I'm not going to complain. I'd go see him. I wouldn't stay at home because I don't like the vocalist. Nah, I like the vocalist, just not particularly my preferred style. I don't I think he could flip a few switches there. It'd probably mesh better. His cleans were very interesting. I liked his cleans. That was very unique in the way he injected that into the chorus there. Also, the way they got to the chorus, not standard. Loved that aspect of the song. Of course, for some, that might be a negative because they want their verse, chorus, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that kind of thing. We got enough pop music doing that shit all day long. If I want a verse, chorus, blah, 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 whatever, however. If I want stereotypical, I'll go listen to pop music. I'll listen to heavy metal because it's different. Anyway, so they laid down that was different. But the vocals were a little bit of a rough spot. Some of the rougher, more growly vocals were not quite growly, but not quite clean, but not quite just raspy. I couldn't put my finger on it. I'd have to listen to it another dozen times to get it straightened out. And also, the repetition part where they iterated on it was cool. Okay, as at core, it was cool, but it got to be a bit much. I feel like it should have just been extended, but it was just a couple bars on repeat for 80% of the song. But the way they iterated on it definitely made it change, right? They made the song change through iterating on that repeated part. And that's cool in its own way. I just think it's I feel like a little bit more there, something little deviation there thrown in every fourth or every third repeat or some weird number, right? Or maybe every 1 and then 3 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then back to 1 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3, right? Do some weird pattern with it just to kind of throw it off a little bit and give your brain that hit. Or you're oh, the song switched up. But nope, psych, it's back on. I felt like it needed that. But again, I can't pinpoint it because all of the negatives of the song are of inconsequence. That was a solid ass song. I'm not going to say they've gone down immediately as my all-time favorite or anything like that, but I will definitely be listening to Rivers of Nihil again. And I'll definitely be checking out some of their other material. And unlike some of my recent discoveries, where I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. They got a lot of potential. I'd like to see new music they do. And then I go listen to their other music and what they got in the pipeline. And it's all a bunch of damn pop music. I trust Rivers of Nihil already to not play pop music for me. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, with that, I'm done with this puppy. I don't shoot dogs, though. I ain't a shitty governor. But I'll catch you for the next video. Keep thrashing in the meantime. We're going to dive into some heavy stuff on the next one. So keep thrashing.